we're back. Okay, so like Darksiders, it's been a while since I've touched Odin's sphere. But hey, let's go ahead and pick up where we left off with Mercedes. So we're still in Chapter 3.
Your Majesty, the remaining rebels have been arrested.
That's good.
The soldiers who were merely following orders should be pardoned.
Oh yeah, the last update we were dealing with was suppressing the rebellion by Melvin. But now he's super dead. So, you know.
Yes, I agree.
Now we're just kind of picking up the pieces a little bit.
Oh, are you ready now?
No, not yet.
What a tease.
Liam O'Brien Frog is still a pervert. Good to know.
Your Majesty, you used to love going frog hunting, but now you travel everywhere with a frog. Yes, it's a real pain.
He's right there, and he turns.
It's hard to explain.
He turns exactly when she says that.
To celebrate the Queen's victory, I'll let you visit the Puka village. Just you and me. How about
That sounds a little forward. But we will be going to the Puka village later, not now.
Queen Mercedes, rest assured, the chaos in the kingdom is subsiding.
Well, that's good to know. Alright, let's move on to the next stage. So we're going to Winterhorn Ridge. I wonder what's going to lead the fairies up onto a frozen mountain.
Hey, all I need is a quick peck. Just close your eyes.
Okay.
You know, when you do that big creepy face, it kind of makes this a little bit more difficult. Oh, thank goodness, a distraction.
Your Majesty, please hurry.
What's happening?
Tis a dragon. We're being attacked.
A dragon's here, it's awful.
Is it Belial?
Oh, jeez.
Servant.
We just won a war and now we're getting our asses
A
kicked.
dragon we have never seen. Please flee the palace. It is already nearby.
Don't worry, our bows and arrows will hold off a dragon.
Escape now.
Oh wait, no they won't. It's a dragon, you idiots.
Storm of arrows.
Oh, we know that voice. Hey, it's Wagner.
But I shall not lose a single shining
And he is still pissed off.
A brat like you, a queen? What a joke.
I am the queen.
Then remember this, little girl. Remember the sins your land has committed. That is why I am here today.
I'm here to wreck your collective shit.
The only dragon who felt for your race. His death will now be yours. Bring this Shadow Knight before me.
See, thing about that is,
Let me show him the natural outcome of what happens when lesser races oppose dragons.
Hindle? What does he mean?
In order for the Queen to recognize the power of the Belder River, Melvin had his swordsmen slay the wise dragon Hindle.
but for what reason?
How awful.
Why Hindle specifically?
The Shadow Knight is gone. He and his commander have been killed.
The fairies are famed liars. Why would I believe you? Tell me who killed the swordsman who was strong enough to slay a dragon?
And as we'll eventually learn, Hindle's not that much of a fighter.
Give you time.
That's what makes this.
Bring him to me.
That's what kind of makes this a little bit more concerning.
Name is
Because Wagner and Belial are dangerous.
Mountain.
Wagner especially, he's just super pissed.
Me soon, I
But
shall
Hindle is more of like a sage, is like more of a sage dragon. He just kind of passes on advice,
set your
from what I
face to
understand.
blaze with my flame.
But I mean, killing a dragon is still killing a dragon, so, you know.
So what do we do? The Shadow Knight is gone.
A queen must help her land. I shall go to the mountain and explain again.
I'm gonna go talk a dragon down.
Your Majesty,
Something tells me that's not gonna go over so well. Wagner's not really the type to listen. He kind of hates anything that's not dragon. He was okay with Cornelius for a bit riding him. But then again, Cornelius fought him and kicked his ass. So he kind of has like a Virgil, like, might makes right kind of outlook on things. Like, if you're strong enough to beat him in battle, he'll listen. Nah. Again, Mercedes' fighting style just makes this whole thing just seem a little ridiculous. Just waltzes in and just starts unloading like hellfire on everybody. It's not a crossbow, it's a freaking machine gun. This boss, however, is pretty annoying. Not this version specifically, but the challenge version, where you have to fight two of them at the same time, which we'll see in a bit. Especially considering that I'm a little underleveled. So yeah, again, I know, like with Darksiders, it has been a hot minute since I've done anything with Odin Sphere. But like I said in the Darksiders video, I want to get back and actually work on these other videos. I know Persona 5 is the big one, but I have other LPs I need to finish. So eventually I gotta get back onto Valkyrie Drive too. And again, it's not like Persona 5 is just done. I keep uploading videos like a lot more frequently than I do these other videos. I mean, I do have to get that one... I mean, I'd like to get that series done before Persona 5 The Royal comes to the States. Ideally. If not, whatever, I'll just be behind the curve a little bit. But you know, 13 Sentinels actually came out in Japan not long ago. I haven't seen the gameplay of it, but it's... From what I've seen so far, it's more like a visual novel / strategy game, as opposed to the beat-em-up RPGs that Vanillaware has done in the past. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Again, I'd probably like to see more. Or, you know, hopefully it comes to the States. Because I like Vanillaware's games. They're pretty fun. And of course, the artwork is just beautiful. Anyway, we got a new Phozon Prism, so let's see what move we got this time. It is Assault High, so it's a passive. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We can go ahead and boost that up a little bit. Again, talking down a dragon, again, it's not impossible. Like, dragons they're wise, they're smart. It's not like they're just mindless beasts that will just frickin' go ape shit on anything. Like, they will talk. Well, they had the capacity to talk, as we've seen, but as far as, like, listening to lesser races, it varies from dragon to dragon. Wagner does not seem easily impressed with a lot of things. Especially things that aren't dragons. Chances are he will probably just straight up kill Mercedes as soon as talk to her. We don't really need this warmer. I never really need too many, like, status effect remedies. Ooh, mulberry tart looks pretty nice. I never really need that many status effect remedies because they usually just last for a little bit. And again, this game is not terribly hard. Not really. Like, it's pretty easy to overlevel or to just find a really good combo. Or to just completely stun lock your opponents like we've seen with Cornelius' combos. Again, at its heart, Odin's Sphere is a beat 'em up. So it's more of just understanding what kind of attacks your opponents are going to throw at you. And abusing the hell out of the dodge button. Or just overpowering them. That too. Let's go ahead and call up our old friend Mori. It's been a while since we've seen him.
Goodness me, a traveling ferry? I have wandered many a country, but a ferry customer is a first. I shall do my best to delight you, so please give me
Mori's
a try.
great. I love him.
I see you have a new recipe.
He is adorable.
Please, allow me.
He's just so sincere. Even if he's on a frozen mountain, he's still gonna give you service with a smile. Well, we already called Mori out. May as well get something.
Leave it to me.
That was fast. You know what I kind of want? Vanillaware, like, recipe book.
Will that be all?
That's what I would like. Like, there's so many games. Like, I got a bunch of art books, including, like, some Vanillaware art books, which has some obviously beautiful artwork. But you know what the thing that Vanillaware, like, is really super good at drawing? Food.
A ferry, a beer on the
So
mountains.
I'm just saying, they could easily, like, release a recipe book. I'd buy it. I don't even cook, but I would just like to look at the recipes and just look at the pictures. Oh my goodness. Just the most sumptuous and delicious food. Impossibly delicious looking food. Like, look at a salad. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty ornate. The hot cross buns, like, as simple as it is, it's just bread. Looks super tasty. Just kill every snowman you see. They've got money in them. Oh my goodness. It has been a while since we've seen a bugbear, but these things are still horrifying. And also, that's not what a bugbear looks like in D&D. It is super not. Like, bugbears might not be super, like, appealing to look at sometimes, but they don't look like horrifying nightmare creatures. They're not the frickin', they're not like frickin' giant shadow monsters that just, oh my goodness, they're horrifying. Ugh. Like as a race in D&D, sure, they're like kind of monstrous, but they're not just like mindless berserkers. Although maybe I'm just going off D&D. Let me go off of actual mythology. A bugbear is a legendary creature or type of hobgoblin, comparable to the boogeyman or bugaboo, and other creatures of folklore, all of which were historically used in some cultures to frighten disobedient children. Alright. So maybe it is. Again, I was just going off of D&D. Maybe bugbears are just like horrifying nightmare creatures. But it describes them as like goblins. That didn't look anything like a goblin. Again, it was just a shadow monster. Whatever. Okay, so here's the trial stage. 2 of these frost golems. Shoot the nose. Shoot the nose. Oh my goodness. Avoid getting sat on, too. It's like frickin' Snorlax. I am severely underleveled for this. Or I just did not put any, like, armor on. My defense is super low. So understandably, I'm gonna get my ass kicked a little bit. Oh, goodness. Just never stop shooting. Air superiority. Oh, goodness. These fights get a little dicey. I know I said this game isn't hard, and yeah, it kind of isn't, because you can just straight up redo this fight or go back and level grind a little bit. Not even that much. And just kind of like overpower them, but at the same time, going at a lower level, little spooky. Little spooky. And these things are freaking huge. And there's 2 of them. You gotta be a little careful. And they will sit on you. Goodness, it's horrifying. These things just tank a lot of hits. That's kind of what a lot of these boss fights amount to. They're just damage sponges. Round shot is pretty solid. It's a pretty good move. Just fly, yeah. That's one of the benefits that Mercedes has that the other characters don't. she can fly. Of course, the trade-off is she can't take quite as many hits as the other characters. She super can't. Alright, that's one down. Oh, that's sad. It's kind of sad when they just break apart. But you know what? They struck first, so as far as I'm concerned, this is just self-defense. There we go. That is excessively loud. Alright, what's our next move that we got from beating 2 giant ice titans? Ice golems, whatever. Our move is... Pixie Call. Okay, so now Mercedes just gets options. Straight up, she just gets Gradius-style options. But you know what? Let's improve round shot. That's been doing us pretty well. Power supply is definitely going to be useful. But let's go ahead and invest in a lower level skill first. We're going to be leveling up a lot for Mercedes. Maybe not in this update, but soon.
Here we go.
Just eat non-stop. That should help. The characters don't really give any reactions to eating rotten food, which you think they would. But I mean, they just take a little longer eating it. They don't mind. They don't mind rotten food, apparently. None of them do. Go figure. More storage space, please. Let's make that our priority. They never stood a chance. They were barely formed, you just shoot them instantly. They are annoying, however. These poor little mini trolls. These trolls don't stand a chance. Like, their best means of attack is just throwing snowballs. It's not a fair fight, Mercedes. You just come in there with an automatic, like, crossbow that shoots out lasers. It's not fair. And also, she's going at this barefoot, I'm pretty sure, or very dainty shoes. You'd think fairies would be, like, especially frozen here. Like, it's super freaking cold here. I mean, Cornelius could handle it because, you know, he was, you know, head to toe covered in fur. Even though he didn't wear pants, which, you know, doesn't help. Still, though. I'm not asking for, like, different sprites, you know, like, to have them wear, you know, warmer clothing. But I would like a reaction saying, like, oh, shit, it's cold. Because, I mean, Mercedes, for the most part, just spends her time in the forest. Kind of a different air, you know, whatever. We'll be leaving here soon enough anyway. And dealing with a dragon should definitely warm things up. still have a few more places to go before we go meet up with Wagner.
You look like you might die up here.
Is that a threat?
It'll be a bit expensive, but I'll sell you something if you want.
Let's go ahead and take some hot cross buns. And a few eggs. We'll visit Mori later in future updates. I wish crossbows work like this in D&D. That'd be super useful. I mean, I guess they kind of, like, I mentioned this before, that Mercedes' crossbow is just straight up a machine gun. But it's like, I guess they'd have to be, I guess they kind of have to make her playstyle a bit more like, hey, just shoot an arrow. Which takes a bit longer than, say, you know, swinging a sword. Like, they have to make it more interesting. So they just make her a third-person shooter. That's fine, too. So let's go ahead and visit Mori. I keep getting Square and X mixed up for some reason. I don't mean to shoot Mori.
Touring restaurant. I am honored you have summoned me again. I see you have a new recipe. Please, allow me. Now then, what do you want to order?
Got a few more options this time. Get an omelet, or a salad, or egg on toast. Get a churro. You know what sounds good on a frozen mountain? Some yogurt. Get me some mousse. Having dessert on a frozen mountain. Delicious.
Will that be all?
Bring me a salad now. Going out of order for your meals.
As you wish. Sorry for the wait.
What wait? You just basically hauled ass and made that in like a second.
Will that be all?
Let's just eat before our big fight. Can't go into battle on an empty stomach. Give me a churro.
Very well. Leave it to me. Sorry for the wait.
I'm about to go talk to a dragon. I need a lot of sugar in my system. And a salad. I mean, I gotta get some veg in there somewhere. You know, gotta stay somewhat healthy on this trip.
Is there anything else you want to order? Thank you very much.
Up. I tried to jump and then I immediately talked to Mori again.
Welcome to more. I am honored. Now then,
Sorry, Mori. Didn't mean to waste your time.
thank you very much.
Alright, try to stay warm, Mori. And try to avoid the dragon. He might not like you. Although I find it hard to believe that anyone dislikes Mori. Alright, time for a boss fight. Wonder who it could be.
Wagner!
You have come. I've been waiting for you. Where is the Shadow Knight?
We just told you he's gone.
He is gone. I defeated him.
You? Trembling before me? You can barely stand upright in this cold weather.
She seems fine to me.
Do you not see the cipher in my hands? It was passed down from my mother. I speak the truth.
You have nerve, child. To show me the very weapon that killed my friend. You may not be able to scratch a single scale, but you have earned my wrath. You claim to have defeated the Shadow Knight. Very well. Let me test you.
Well, time to fight Wagner. The Raging Dragon. This is... yeah. Well, just shoot him with spread shot. Just shoot him. Shoot him Contra style. There you go. Just unload. Still don't believe me? Ah! Just freaking unload on his face. Dragon can't really do much against a machine gun. Oh boy. This is a problem. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon about that whole warmer thing. We're basically fighting a Rathalos that can talk. Oh goodness, and there comes the fire. Wagner's fire is so strong he can summon elementals out of it. That is some very strong fire. But the fire now becomes living. But as usual, boss fight not super hard. And unlike other characters, we can actually fight him in the sky, not that we had to fight him for very long. Down he goes. Well, that was easy.
Please don't get angry.
A little late for that.
Wagner. The Shadow Knight is in the Netherworld. He would never harm dragons.
We would never harm dragons after I just shot you like 500 times.
You, who treat brilliant and noble dragons like dogs.
That dragon.
Oh. That's awkward.
Impudent, stupid girl like you will never serve as queen.
Kicked your ass.
But your weapon is indeed powerful. I can believe you killed the Shadow Knight. I can say with confidence, the ciphers are truly a threat to us. We cannot ignore the threat. Do not think it's over.
I promise not to use this bow for evil.
Well then, what will you use it for?
To defeat the Demon Lord.
Very well. You foolish jewel handlers should destroy one another.
Oh. Okay, bye, Wagner. I guess our next target is Odin.
It's impossible.
Huh? Rock?
Your cipher is no match against the Demon Lord's Baylor.
Well, someone's feeling a bit cold.
Frogs aren't built for cold places like this.
Yeah, no shit.
But I'm glad you're safe.
You're cold-blooded. What are you doing up here?
You followed me here? Froggy?
No, God, no, it's so freaking cold.
A way to
This is
win
awful.
the Demon Lord's Baylor?
And I instantly regret this.
The exceptional blacksmith Brom, who made your bow and the Belder Reaver. he might be able to forge an even more powerful weapon.
Well, that's cool.
But Melvin sent him to the Netherworld while he was still alive.
How?
If he is alive, can we bring him back from the Netherworld?
A horrible idea. That world is so terrifying that not even Beldor would willingly go there. And Beldor is missing.
Well, I guess we got our next target.
Bringing Braum back is an impossible feat.
I'll show you.
Really want to go against the Demon Lord's Baylor?
Frog! You're better now.
I finally warmed back up. I nearly went into hibernation until the end of the world.
Well, since I saved you, our kissing deal is off.
Oh, that's a shitty move. Come on.
I never asked you to save me. You saved me on your own.
That's true.
You promised me a kiss.
What?
That is also true.
I shouldn't have saved you.
Oh, come on. Frickin' tsundere.
As a reward, I'll tell you about Beldor. Beldor is one of 3 sorcerers known as the 3 Wise Men.
I heard they were following some star to find a baby. I'm sure it's nothing.
I know of the place they use as headquarters.
Where is it?
Titania's sewer system.
How do you know this, Frog?
One of the 3 sorcerers, Urza, turned me into this frog.
Let us pardon Beldor's treason and ask him to help.
That seems like a bad idea.
Send messengers to Titania.
That's probably not a good idea.
I agree. Wasn't Beldor kind of like on the side of Melvin and trying to kill you? I feel like he super was. Oh, anyway. Let's talk about Odin's Baylor. Which is a colossal giant spiked ball and chain. It is super cool, but it is also horrifying. Would not want to fight that thing. Just saying. I mean, that's the thing that killed your mom, Mercedes. But, you know, that's why we're going to look for Beldor, so we can get Braum out of the Netherworld, so we can get a Cypher that's strong enough to go toe-to-toe with the Baylor. Hunter shot. Fire multiple bullets that chase foes. Okay, so they're homing shots. Again, Mercedes more or less is just a side-scrolling shooter. It's an interesting playstyle. Not my favorite, but you know what? Pretty fun. Yeah, let's go ahead and get power supply. Alright, that's gonna do it for this update. In the next update, I guess we're gonna go look for Beldor. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next update. Until then, see ya.